Ever wanted to add cinematic camera cuts during gameplay in Unreal Engine 5? Today I'll show you the foundation on how to begin implementing this technique into your game in 5 minutes or less. To get started, let's simply drag our player into the level at a default transform location, then get the animation we want to use. Next, let's create a new level sequence, add a camera actor, and uncheck right here in this box where it says constrain aspect ratio. That way we capture the full screen. Click to highlight the player in our level, go down, and press the plus icon in our sequencer to get a reference to the player. After that, click the plus on our player in the level sequence to add an animation. This will be used as a reference to build our camera movement around. For the animation, you can use whatever you like, just be sure it has root motion enabled. I also recommend adding some sound effects and particles just to add some extra flair. With that in place, let's right-click the player in our sequencer, open Binding Tag Manager, and add a tag. I'm gonna name mine something like Player 1. Now, locate the Transform section and start adding some keyframes to where we want the camera to move, which we can do again by just hitting this plus icon right here on the left. Now once you've added all your keyframes and are happy with how it looks, you can right-click on the camera cuts track and enable blend. Now you're just gonna drag here on the edges to adjust blend time. This will allow us to transition from our gameplay camera more smoothly. Now that we have our sequence set up, let's apply it to the character. So let's set up a new input action. This will be the key press that will trigger the attack or whatever animation you're using. I'm going to assign the 5 key. Now we can open up our player blueprint, right-click and add the input action we just created. Next, drag out from on triggered, play montage, choose our animation, and drag the mesh component as the target. Then, out of that pin, add Create Level Sequence Player and select the sequence we just made. From the Out Actor, call Set Override Instance Data to True and connect the Out Actor pin to that node. Then, drag again from Out Actor and get Default Instance Data. From this node, let's cast to Default Level Sequence Instance Data, connecting the Object pin to that node we just made. Drag out of this node again and set Transform Origin. For this, we'll just need to call getActorTransform to reference our player's current location. Now, just a few more steps. Let's add a Set Binding by Tag node, entering whatever you named your tag. Drag from Actor's pin and make Array, then get a reference to self. Let's add a play node to trigger the level sequence with the target connected to where we added our Create Level Sequence Player. Now that everything's set up, we can delete the animation we have in our sequence player since we're actually going to be triggering it through the blueprint. Okay, so if you followed all the steps exactly, everything should be working. For the best results, I'd highly recommend implementing features like an input buffer or cooldown just to disable spamming the move, but just wanted to give you guys a quick demonstration on how this process works. Please like and subscribe if you found this information helpful, and leave a comment to let us know what you want to see in future videos. Until next time, peace.